The Galactic Military Academy's training ground sprawled across 3 square kilometers of reinforced durasteel, a testament to the countless species that had trained within its walls. Essa stood among 200 cadets from 40 different worlds, his mandibles clicking nervously as he watched the instructors prepare the day's challenge. "Attention, cadets," Commander Vrix's voice boomed across the grounds, his forearms gesturing toward a massive metallic cube at the center of the field. "Today's exercise tests your species' natural strength. This gravity-compressed alloy weighs precisely 2,000 standard units. Your task, move it 10 meters. Murmurs rippled through the assembled crowd. Essa had heard stories about this test. It was designed to humble, to remind cadets that physical prowess varied wildly across the galaxy. The Kragner, with their dense muscle structures, typically managed 5 meters. The crystalline Shardborn could barely budge it. Most species fell somewhere in between. Teams of 5. Vrix continued. "You have 30 minutes. Essa found himself grouped with 3 Veltorians and a Kragner named Thux, whose species held the Academy's strength records. They approached the cube with determination. Thux taking point. The massive alien planted his feet, gripped the cube's handles, and heaved. His face darkened with exertion, veins bulging across his thick neck. The cube shifted, barely, together. Thux growled. They pushed, pulled, and strained. Slowly, agonizingly, they moved the cube 3 meters before their strength gave out. Essa's legs trembled as he collapsed onto the ground, gasping. Around them, other teams fared similarly, some better, some worse. The best team, composed entirely of Kragnor, managed 7 meters. Then came the announcement that changed everything. Next team, Cadet Elif, human designation. Vrix's tone carried an edge of curiosity. "You'll need 4 more teammates." Essa looked up, his compound eyes focusing on the figure approaching the cube. Elif was human, a species that had joined the Galactic Federation only 2 cycles ago. She was small by galactic standards, barely reaching Essa's thorax, with dark hair pulled back in a simple tail. She moved with an easy confidence that seemed at odds with her unassuming frame. "I'll work alone, sir," Elif said calmly. Laughter erupted across the training grounds. Even Commander Vrix's facial tendrils twitched in amusement. Humans were known for many things: their tactical brilliance, their unsettling persistence, their bizarre ability to befriend nearly any species. But physical strength? They were average at best by galactic standards. "Cadet, this is not a request for volunteers," Vrix said. "This is a team exercise." "With respect, Commander, I don't need a team." Elif approached the cube, rolling her shoulders. "The regulations state teams of up to 5. 1 is within parameters." Vrix's eyes narrowed, but he gestured his consent. "Proceed. Your 30 minutes begin now." Elif circled the cube once, examining it from all angles. Essa pulled himself to his feet, curiosity overriding his exhaustion. Something about her demeanor suggested this wasn't bravado. She genuinely believed she could do this. The human stopped at one side of the cube, flexed her fingers, and reached out. She gripped a handle with her right hand, just her right hand, and pulled. The cube moved, not slowly, not with the grinding, reluctant shift that Essa's team had managed. It slid across the durasteel surface as if it weighed nothing, as if the laws of physics had suddenly decided to take a holiday. Elif walked backward, one-handed, pulling the cube like a child dragging a toy wagon. The training ground fell absolutely silent. 5 meters. 7 meters. 10 meters. Elif released the handle and turned to face Commander Vrix, not even breathing hard. "Task complete, sir." For 5 heartbeats, nobody moved. Then chaos erupted. Cadets from dozens of species began shouting, demanding explanations, accusing her of cheating or using hidden technology. Essa stared, his mind racing through everything he knew about human physiology. They had internal skeletons like many species, standard muscular systems. Gravity on their homeworld was... His thoughts stuttered to a halt. Silence. Vrix's voice cut through the pandemonium. He approached Elif, his imposing form towering over her. "Explain," Elif shrugged. "Earth has a surface gravity of 1.0 g, which I understand is higher than the Academy's 0.7 g standard. We've evolved to function under those conditions. The weight that challenges others here feels lighter to me because I'm essentially working in reduced gravity, compared to what my body's designed for." "Impossible," Thux rumbled, approaching. "I've reviewed human physiological data. Your muscle density isn't exceptional. Your skeletal structure is actually quite fragile by galactic standards. True, Elif agreed. But humans have something else, myostatin regulation. Most species have genetic limiters that prevent muscle tissue from developing beyond certain thresholds to avoid damaging joints and bones. Human myostatin is different. Plus, we have this thing called proprioception that's unusually refined. We're really good at using exactly the strength we need efficiently. Vrix was silent for a long moment, his tactical mind clearly reassessing. You're saying that every human possesses this capability? More or less. I mean, there's variation. I work out regularly. But yeah, any reasonably fit human could probably do what I just did in this gravity. She paused, a slight smile playing at her lips. Earth's gravity makes us tough. We evolved climbing, running, throwing, activities that required explosive strength and endurance. We're persistence predators, Commander. We chase prey until it collapses from exhaustion. Moving heavy objects? That's kind of our thing. Essa watched understanding dawn across alien faces throughout the crowd. Humanity's reputation in the Federation had been built on their strategic thinking and diplomatic skills. Nobody had bothered to test their physical capabilities in reduced gravity environments, which described most space stations and ships in the fleet. Cadet Elif, Vrix said slowly, you and your species have just revolutionized our understanding of combat boarding actions. Every human marine is potentially worth 3 Kragnor in close-quarter ship combat. Elif's smile widened. We've been trying to tell you, Commander. Earth didn't make us soft. It made us survivors. And survivors are strong. As the instructors hurriedly conferred and cadets surrounded Elif with questions, Essa caught her eye across the crowd. She winked at him. A peculiar human gesture he'd learned meant friendly conspiracy. At that moment, Essa understood something profound. Humanity hadn't joined the Galactic Federation as equals. They'd joined as sleeping giants, and the galaxy was only beginning to wake them.